When life breaks you, it doesn't ask for permission. It comes like a storm, unpredictable, ruthless, and uninvited. One day, everything seems perfectly in place, and the next, you find yourself standing in the ruins of what once felt safe. But maybe, just maybe, those shattered pieces aren't a symbol of destruction. They're the start of transformation. The truth is, when life takes away what you thought you couldn't live without, it's preparing you to discover the power you never knew you had. Pain doesn't destroy you. It awakens something fierce inside you. It teaches you that even in the darkest moments, your soul still knows how to glow. There comes a moment when you feel as though you've lost everything that defined you. The plans, the people, the dreams, all gone in an instant. You sit in silence, wondering why the universe chose you for this battle. But life has a strange way of giving meaning to pain. Every wound it carves into your heart carries a message. Asterisk, you are still alive. Asterisk, and if you're alive, you still have a chance to rise. You are not the same person you were before the pain came. You are evolving, stretching, and learning how to breathe in a world that once suffocated you. The pain that once made you cry now becomes the reason you stand stronger. We often confuse being broken with being finished, but they are not the same. Being broken means you've been tested beyond your limits, but being finished means you gave up trying. The cracks in your heart don't represent weakness. They are openings where light can enter. Those who have never been broken will never understand the beauty of healing. Every fall, every scar, every heartbreak shapes you into someone more resilient. The pieces that seemed shattered are being rearranged by life into a mosaic, far more beautiful than before. And when you finally look back, you realize that the pain wasn't there to punish you. It was there to prepare you. Sometimes we cry over doors that have closed, not realizing that they were never meant to lead us to our destiny. You see, pain doesn't come to destroy your path. It comes to redirect it. The universe often removes what no longer serves your growth, even if it breaks your heart in the process. It's hard to see it in the moment, but one day you'll understand that losing what you loved most made space for what you truly deserve. You'll learn that strength is not about never falling apart. It's about knowing how to gather your pieces with grace and rebuild again and again. And every time you rebuild, you become a stronger version of yourself. Pain is a teacher that no one asks for, yet everyone learns from. It teaches patience when nothing makes sense. It teaches humility when pride tries to take control. It teaches gratitude for the smallest joys when the big ones disappear. You start appreciating the warmth of sunlight after living through cold nights of despair. You begin to understand that happiness isn't found in perfection, but in resilience. Pain strips away the illusions and shows you who you truly are. Someone capable of surviving even when life doesn't go as planned. You start to see that brokenness isn't a flaw. It's proof that you dared to feel deeply. There's a kind of power that only comes when everything you've known falls apart. That power isn't loud. It's quiet, steady, and unshakable. It's the power of a heart that refused to stay shattered. It's the strength of someone who learned to smile through tears and find meaning in suffering. Life doesn't reward those who have never been hurt. It rewards those who kept going despite the pain. The storms that once terrified you become the reason you learn how to dance in the rain. You realize that the moments that tried to break you actually built you from the inside out. And when you meet people who are still carrying their pain, you see yourself in them. You recognize that look of silent endurance, that battle between holding on and letting go. And you no longer judge, because you've been there, you've felt that emptiness, and you've survived it. Pain softens you, but it also strengthens you. It teaches compassion because you understand what it feels like to hurt deeply. It makes you grateful because you know what it means to lose everything and still find reasons to live. You begin to see pain not as an enemy, but as an unexpected friend who guided you toward your purpose. There will come a time when you look back and realize that every sleepless night, every tear, and every broken dream was a part of your transformation. You'll see that life never meant to break you. It meant to bend you, to stretch you, to teach you how strong your spirit really is. The moments that shattered you were the moments that rebuilt you from the inside. You'll realize that your scars are not reminders of pain, but of survival. Every time you thought you were breaking, you were actually being reborn. And in that rebirth lies your true power, the kind that nothing in this world can ever take away. There comes a moment in life when fighting against what has already happened only deepens the pain. You keep asking asterisk, why me asterisk, wishing the story had unfolded differently, wishing the scars could fade faster. But the truth is, the more you resist, the more you suffer. Healing begins the moment you stop trying to erase your pain and start understanding it. Acceptance is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's the calm that arrives when you finally stop battling your own reality. You begin to see that life was never meant to be perfect, and that's what makes it beautifully human. Sometimes, the strength you're looking for hides behind surrender. It takes courage to look in the mirror and embrace the reflection that carries both the wounds and the wisdom. You might not recognize yourself anymore after the storms you've endured. But every mark, every tear, every scar carries a chapter of your survival story. When you stop wishing those scars away, you begin to see them as art, raw, unfiltered art painted by the brush of resilience. Acceptance doesn't mean you approve of what happened. It means you refuse to let it define your future. You choose peace over resistance. You start to love yourself not because of the story, but despite it. That is where healing quietly begins. For the longest time, we are taught that being strong means pretending nothing hurts. We wear masks, smile through pain, and convince the world that we're fine. But real strength is not in pretending, it's in acknowledging the truth. It's in saying, asterisk, yes, I am hurt. Yes, I am tired, but I am still here. Asterisk, when you stop denying your emotions, you give yourself permission to heal. Pain that is hidden festers, but pain that is faced begins to fade. Acceptance is not the absence of sadness, it's the understanding that sadness, too, has something to teach. And once you listen, you begin to heal from within. Acceptance changes the way you see your past. The moments that once made you cry start to make sense. You realize that every detour, every heartbreak, every delay was redirecting you towards something more meaningful. You start to see patterns in chaos, lessons in loss, and blessings in disguise. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual unfolding, like dawn breaking after a long night. The same pain that once felt unbearable becomes your teacher. You learn that every no from life was protecting you from something not meant for you. And that realization brings peace deeper than understanding ever could. When you begin to accept your story, you also begin to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing better, for staying too long, for trusting too easily, for breaking down when you thought you should have been strong. Forgiveness is not saying, asterisk, it's okay, asterisk. It's saying, asterisk, I deserve peace. Asterisk, you stop replaying the past like an endless movie, and instead, you begin to write new chapters. Acceptance doesn't erase pain, it rewrites its purpose. It turns wounds into wisdom, mistakes into milestones, and endings into beginnings. You realize you don't have to carry guilt to honor your growth. You just have to keep moving forward. It's easy to love yourself when life is kind, but it's self-acceptance that teaches you to love yourself when everything falls apart. You start seeing beauty in your flaws, strength in your vulnerability, and courage in your tears. You no longer seek validation from others because you've found it within yourself. When you accept who you are, no opinion can shake your foundation. You stop competing with others and begin connecting with yourself. You learn that the most profound relationship you'll ever have is with your own soul. And in that connection, you find peace that no external approval can ever replace. The moment you stop fighting your pain, you also stop fighting your growth. Life begins to flow again. You start to see that what you thought was breaking you was actually shaping you into someone wiser. Acceptance gives you the freedom to breathe again. It teaches you to let go of the need to control everything and to trust the process instead. You realize that not everything needs to make sense immediately. Sometimes life delays the answers until you are ready to understand them. And when they finally come, you are grateful for the journey that once brought you to your knees. There will always be scars that remind you of what you've endured, but they no longer define you. They empower you. You'll begin to thank life for not giving you what you once thought you wanted. You'll see that acceptance was not the end of your story, it was the beginning of peace. It was the moment you learned that broken doesn't mean defeated, and healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means embracing every part of your journey, the joy, the loss, the silence, the awakening. Acceptance transforms your pain into power and your past into poetry that only your soul can understand. There comes a point in life when the world tries to tell you who you are based on what you've lost, how you look, or how much you've failed. People begin to define you by your circumstances instead of your courage. They whisper that you are not enough because your life didn't go according to plan. But strength begins when you stop letting others write your story. You are not what happened to you. You are what you chose to become after it happened. Your worth is not in what you've achieved, but in how you've endured. True self-worth is born the moment you stop waiting for the world to see your light and start recognizing it within yourself. When everything around you falls apart, you start questioning your value. You begin to believe that if things didn't go right, maybe you are the reason. But failure does not mean you are unworthy, it means you are human. Every broken dream, every unanswered prayer, every closed door does not reduce your value, it refines it. You are not defined by the things that didn't work out. You are defined by the courage it took to try. The mirror may reflect your scars, but those scars are proof that you faced what others ran from. The world sees your wounds, but you must see your will. You are still worthy, even in your unfinished form. We grow up believing that strength means perfection, that if we're strong, we must never cry, never fall, never break. But the truth is, real strength is soft. It's quiet and humble. It's the kind of strength that cries at night, yet still wakes up to face the day. The kind that forgives when it has every reason not to. You don't have to hide your pain to prove your worth. You are worthy even in your weakness because it makes you real. The strongest people are not those who never fell, but those who fell, got up, and chose to love again. Your imperfections are not barriers to your worth, they are bridges to your authenticity. The world will try to measure you by numbers, by success, by status, by how much you own. But you can have everything and still feel empty if you've forgotten your worth. Self-worth doesn't come from applause or approval. It grows in silence, in solitude, in the moments when no one sees your struggle, but you keep going anyway. It's in the quiet decisions you make to be kind, to stay honest, to remain hopeful despite everything. Your worth is not in how many people believe in you, but in how deeply you believe in yourself. You are enough not because you have everything, but because you are everything you need to begin again. Sometimes the people around you will project their fears onto you. They will make you feel small because they cannot see your light through their own darkness. Don't let their blindness make you doubt your brilliance. You were never meant to fit into their limited vision of who you should be. The moment you stop seeking validation from others, you set yourself free. You realize that being different is not a weakness, it's your superpower. Every scar, every setback, every story makes you uniquely you, and no one in this world can take that away, no matter how hard they try. There will be days when you forget your worth, when your reflection feels like a stranger's face. On those days, remember that you are a work in progress, and that's something to celebrate. You are not supposed to have it all figured out. Growth is not linear. Healing is not perfect. What matters is that you keep showing up for yourself even when no one claps for you. You owe yourself the same love you keep giving to everyone else. You owe yourself patience, forgiveness, and faith. Because the truth is, you are not broken. You are just becoming who you were always meant to be. You may think your story doesn't matter, but someone out there needs your light. Someone needs to see your resilience to believe in their own. Every time you rise, you silently give others permission to rise too. You don't have to be extraordinary to inspire others. You just have to be authentic. Your worth isn't about perfection. It's about purpose. And your purpose is to live boldly, love deeply, and remind the world that strength wears many faces. Some days it looks like confidence. Other days it looks like tears. But every version of you carries worth beyond measure. Life will continue to test your sense of value, but each time it does, you'll rise a little stronger. You'll learn that your worth doesn't fluctuate with people's opinions or life circumstances. You'll learn to stand tall even when no one believes in you, because you've finally learned to believe in yourself. You'll understand that what makes you valuable is not your success, but your soul, the compassion, the courage, and the light you carry despite everything. You are not defined by what you've lost or how much you've suffered. You are defined by how beautifully you continue to rise. Life has a beautiful yet painful way of testing your spirit. Just when you think you've reached your limit, something happens that pushes you further. You fall, you stumble, and for a moment you believe it's over. But hidden within every fall is a lesson that prepares you for the rise that's yet to come. Every setback is life whispering, asterisk, you're not done yet. Asterisk, the path to greatness is never smooth. It's paved with obstacles meant to awaken your strength. You may lose everything, but you never lose the ability to begin again. What feels like the end is often the beginning of something extraordinary waiting to unfold. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to feel forgotten, as though the universe has turned its back on you. But what if those disappointments were actually protection? Sometimes life delays your dreams not to deny them, but to prepare you for them. The waiting seasons, though painful, are where growth happens quietly. You learn patience, humility, and endurance in the silence of uncertainty. Every no you hear today builds the foundation for a stronger yes tomorrow. What breaks you is not the delay, it's the belief that nothing better will come. But once you trust the process, you begin to see every detour as divine direction. There's a quiet strength in people who have fallen and risen again. You can see it in their eyes, the calmness of someone who has met darkness and still chosen light. These people don't speak of resilience, they embody it. They've learned that storms don't destroy you, they reveal you. When everything collapses, you discover who you truly are beneath the noise, beneath the roles, beneath the expectations. The person who emerges after the fall is not the same person who fell. They are wiser, softer, and stronger. They understand now that setbacks are not signs of weakness, but of transformation. The comeback always begins in silence. It begins in the moments when you're alone, when the world has stopped clapping, and all you have is your determination. It's in the choice to rise again, even when no one is watching. You start rebuilding piece by piece, slowly, quietly, deliberately. You learn to celebrate the small victories, the first smile after tears, the first step after fear. You stop waiting for external motivation and start creating it from within. The strength that once felt lost begins to return, not with noise, but with grace. You realize that resilience is not about speed, it's about faith in motion. Each setback brings with it an invitation to change, to evolve, to let go of what no longer serves you. Sometimes you have to lose yourself to find your truth. The things that once defined you, titles, relationships, expectations, may fall away so that you can rebuild on a stronger foundation. It hurts to let go, but it hurts more to stay stuck where you don't belong. Life is always calling you forward, and every fall is a reminder to rise higher than before. The comeback is not just about recovering what was lost. It's about becoming someone new, someone who no longer fears the fall. People often admire the success, but rarely see the struggle that shaped it. They see the finished product, not the process. But you know that your real victory lies in the nights you didn't give up. The moments when no one believed in you, yet you believed in yourself. Every tear, every failure, every closed door was part of your preparation. You realize that the pain was not meant to punish you, but to polish you. Life uses hardship as a sculptor, uses a chisel removing what is unnecessary to reveal what is divine. Your setbacks are not signs of failure. They are strokes of creation molding you into your strongest self. When you rise again, something within you changes. You no longer chase validation or fear rejection because you've seen what survival looks like. You've faced the worst and found strength in the ruins. You start moving differently, speaking differently, loving differently. You stop seeking perfection and begin embracing progress. The same things that once broke you now inspire you. The wounds become wisdom, the pain becomes purpose, and the past becomes your greatest teacher. You carry yourself with quiet confidence, not because life is easy, but because you know you can endure whatever comes next. And when you finally stand again, you realize that the comeback was never about proving others wrong. It was about proving yourself right. You understand that strength isn't loud, it's patient. It's the quiet determination to keep walking even when the path is unclear. Every setback you faced was necessary to reveal this version of you, the one who no longer fears falling because you've learned how to rise. You see now that life never truly broke you, it built you. Every fall was simply the universe's way of showing you how unshakable you truly are.